Hello learners, welcome back to Introduction to Statistical Thinking. In this lesson, we are going to be looking at statistical concepts. So the lesson outline we'll explore statistical concepts, define what statistics is, define and compare population and sample data. We also define and compare parameters and statistics. So what is statistics? It is a scientific method of collecting, organizing, summarizing, and presentation of analytical findings from raw data. So in other words, we are talking about data manipulation in different ways like gathering, like reviewing, analyzing, and drawing conclusions from data collected. So statistics is a highly interdisciplinary field. Research in statistics can find applicability in virtually all sectors such as banking, hospitals, and schools. Statisticians, they are people who do statistics and they are particularly concerned with determining how to draw reliable conclusions from large data sets. And these samples, they represent a portion of the large group or a limited number of instances of a general phenomenon. Population data versus sample data. What is population? A population is a complete set. So population data is a collection of all elements in a population, like height of graduating students at Eastern College Somalia, or all weight of female in Ethiopia, or all ages of students in South Sudan, or all countries in Africa. If the desired information is available for all items in the population, then we have what is referred to as population census. So in practice, we rarely have a complete set of data. So we usually collect data in samples, such as weight of 10 female students in Ethiopia. What is sample? A sample is a subset or a fraction of population. An example of this is 150 fish randomly sampled from Ada River in South Sudan, or 5 best students selected from each university in Sudan, or taking 10 East African countries out of 54 African countries. Population versus sample. Now, I'm going to give you a pictorial difference between population and a sample. You could see that for a population, we have the whole set, all complete, while a sample is just a subset from the population. We just picked a few of the population. What is parameter and what is statistics? Parameters are the characteristics of population, and it is descriptive in nature for a population and typically using Greek letters for the parameters. Like we use mu for population mean. This symbol is what we call mu. And we also use sigma squared as population variance. And we use sigma for standard deviation and slanted p as population proportion. So what is statistics? Statistics, they are the characteristics of a sample. They are also descriptive in nature because measure of a sample and typically written using Roman letters like X bar for mean. The sample variance is X2, while the sample standard variation is S and the sample proportion is P. So sample statistics are used to estimate unknown population parameters. So this is an example of what we're talking about. We want to know about this data, this population. So we use the parameter mu for the mean of this population. But if we make a random selection, we could have sample statistic, that is bar X here for inference. So summarily, in this lesson, we have explored and defined statistical concepts. We have defined and compared what population and sample data are. We have also defined and compared parameters and statistics. So in the next video, you will learn about sources of data in the variety form. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. See you in the next lesson. Bye.